Yo, what's up, fams? How you guys doing today? As always, thank you guys for clicking on the video. Listen, man, hold up. Can I tell y'all something? Hold up. Turn the video up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn up the volume just a little bit. I just want to let you guys know, man, appreciate life, live life to your best. Remember, life is 10% of what happens to you, and it's 90% of how you live it. So don't let nobody else live it for you. Enjoy yourself, and don't let nobody else take away your enjoyment in life, okay? Now listen, turn it back down, turn the volume back down to medium. I don't want your girl in the background to be like, who is that? And you have to make up a lie talking about it. It's Jake from State Farm. And you know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, what insurance we getting? And then you just like, you know, all right. Okay, so now you guys know I clown a lot, as always. That's my thing. But today's video, we're going to drop it down a little bit just to make sure that I teach you guys exactly what I'm trying to teach you. Now, what it is I'm going to go over in this video is going to be the big difference in Warframes, how to build, how I build, the cap on efficiency, key things to look forward to in Warframe, and min-max. And these things are going to be like really important just to get you guys through. And ain't nobody going to be able to tell you guys anything, okay? I'm trying to get you guys to the point to where you understand, from a new player all the way up to end game endurance players. You guys are going to be great with what I'm going to go over. And, you know, I'm going to try to drop some humor in there every now and then. But that's just the whole thing. We're going to go over it, and I'm going to teach players what it is they're actually supposed to be learning and what it is you're supposed to go through. I was supposed to do this video like months ago, but I kept delaying it, you know, whatever. I'm here now, though. So let's go ahead and try to get started. I'm going to tell you guys the difference. Okay, now really important that you guys pay attention to this. There's different types of frames in Warframe, and a lot of people don't pay attention to the builds that they're actually going to be putting together just by knowing if the frame is going to be different or not. Now, there's old school frames and there's new school frames. The new school frames, the new generations of frames, are a little bit different than the older generation. I don't think a lot of people pay attention to it, so Warframe kind of mixes it up a lot, right? Now, when you look at Rhino, we got him right here. He's a perfect example. Other than the fact that he's built like a carton of muscle milk, Rhino is a little bit different. He's one of the older frames, the older generation frames. And the thing about him that makes him a little bit different is the fact that he follows the old formula. Now, the old formula of Warframe, fams, is going to be your first ability is going to cost 25, your second ability is going to cost 50, your third ability is going to cost 75, and your ultimate is going to always cost 100. That was the formula of what they were going with. I talked to DE a little bit about it. They said they've been switching it up a lot because they didn't want it to all follow that same formula. So it kind of depends on the frame. Now, with this knowledge of knowing that certain frames have 25, 50, 75, 100, it all depends on the build that you're going to be using. That right there, that key thing is going to tell you how I'm going to min-max this frame. Am I going to go for certain efficiency build depending on if the frame is basically built for the fourth or third ability? If the frame is built for the fourth or third ability, you're going to seriously think about the build choices that you're going to go with, and efficiency is going to play a huge part. So I'm going to tell you the difference between these frames, okay? Now, Mirage would be my second counterpoint to a traditional Rhino. Not just Rhino, just any frame that's built with 25, 50, 75, and 100 all the way through with their builds. Now, Mirage is a lot different. Now, it's different frames that follow this formula, and a lot of people don't look at this whenever they're considering builds. Now, the thing with Mirage, other than the fact that she's built like a school counselor that's ready to tell you about your life decisions of when you get out of high school, what you want to look into is that your first ability is going to be 25. Every first ability is always 25. Her second ability is 50. And her third ability is back to 25, and then her fourth ability is 50 again. So since you have no moves that cost 75 or 100, that is going to make it to where you can ignore efficiency build because you're already so far underneath the threshold. You see what I'm saying? That's already like you already have on streamline and fleet and expertise. So you are already there. So I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that you can save mod spots. You can save up on capacity to put in extra mod to come up with an even greater build so you guys can go out here and kill everything. Soma, you know what I'm saying? So everything could be insane with these builds, and most people don't pay attention to that because the general concept, you guys know how we are, fams, is that most people just go ahead and we put in efficiency because we feel like it's right. But Mirage can use negative efficiency, blind rage all the way through, and you have no negatives. Without efficiency modding, there's different frames like that in the game, and I want you guys to pay attention to that and also come up with the idea to figure out which frame's ability is the best and what you're going to be focusing on. And if that ability don't cost a lot, you don't have to go efficiency, okay? And do remember this is the most important part since we're talking about efficiency and different things. The cap on efficiency is 175. Now, I know some of you older vets, the older savages out there, I know y'all know this, but a lot of the new players don't. A lot of them still keep asking me. The cap on efficiency is 175. So if you have a maxed out streamline and you have a maxed out fleeting, that is 190. If you do math, okay? Remember, I passed gym class. I can teach you guys this. Now, that's 190, so you need to not have them both max and make sure that you're at 160 or 175. Being at 175 and being at 160 isn't gonna hurt you if you learn how to control your efficiency balance when you plan the game. So it all depends on you with playstyle. Like, I could give you a build with max efficiency and I could give you a build without efficiency, and depending on the type of player, they know how to manage their energy to actually control the situation on how they're actually going to use it, because you're not gonna spam. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into these builds on what you're gonna be looking for. Okay, so now looking at this, you're probably thinking to yourself, what am I doing? Okay, now I wouldn't do this unless I wasn't gathering information from the community, from so many people, to seeing what it is that's going wrong, so I can go over it and help you guys in the best way possible. You guys know how I am. So in the general consensus, what most people go for is efficiency. They always think you need efficiency. They always feel like you need strength, and some people try to hit at least the threshold on every single part of the Warframe. They try to get a little bit of duration, efficiency, range, and strength. Now, for the people who's been knowing this and know how to build outside the box, this doesn't apply to you guys. This is more around the new player feel, the casual people, to help them with their builds. A lot of people will act like they know what they're talking about, but honestly, they don't, and you got to help them out. Now, what's happening is here, a lot of people always think that they need survivability mods. Once again, Mirage is going to die anyway, and Mirage's survivability mod, if you was to think outside the box, is going to be her Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is her first ability, her Hall of Mirrors. That is going to be her defensive mod. That is what's going to keep you alive. It reduces enemies' accuracy. So if you look and take into consideration what the Warframe actually brings to the table, the unique mechanic that it has, the abilities that it have, you build around that. Don't ever think that you have to build the same way, because I know it get planted in everybody's head that you need defensive mods, you need efficiency mods, you need this. You don't. Now, min-maxing isn't anything that's crazy. Okay, let me go over that for you guys. Min-maxing isn't anything that's crazy. When people talk about they like to min-max and do all of this, blah, 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 blah. It's not a big deal. People just like to max out their mods all the way, okay? There's people with their mods fully maxed out and can't make it to 20 minutes. I'm just speaking facts to you guys. Like me, I keep my mods basically at rank 9 unless it's vitally important, like a Umbral Intensify, like for Ash, to get the build exactly the way I want it, okay? So it all depends on the people. Another key point to min-maxing is when they take off their efficiency and survivability mods. That is what a lot of you guys need to understand. Min-maxing isn't anything that's just too crazy that's outside the box. You take off your survivability mods, you take those off, and then once you take those off, you kind of sacrifice efficiency. Once you sacrifice efficiency, then you use your focus school to balance the negative that you actually lost on your build setup. So that's what it is in Warframe. Like, you think outside the box and you get to a higher level of building because you take off those mods that you thought that you really needed, but you really didn't need them. They were holding you back to actually getting your optimal setup going to destroy enemies out there at crazy high level. Now, I know how a lot of you guys are, man. I'm just here to try to help you guys out. A lot of you feel like you need this to survive, but you really don't. There's so many players that's playing without it. You're going to die anyway. At least get the most kills while you're going down. So while you would sacrifice the efficiency, you'll subtract that. I mean, you'll kind of balance that out, the negative, with rocking a generic focus school, because you'll get your energy back. So when you think about the math of 4 energy per second versus the fact that your ability has a 60-second, 50-second duration on it, within 50 seconds or 60 seconds, and you get 4 energy back per second, think about all the energy that you're going to get back to where you're going to be able to use the ability again because it's on cooldown. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you guys the difference with min-maxing versus a regular setup of just a general consensus of how you build. It's completely different. You got to really think outside the box and kind of change it up, and I'm pretty sure all of you can do it. You just got to be shown what it is that you're actually doing, okay? So like I said, with Mirage and Rhino, there's different Warframes. Look at the ability cost to how you're gonna go over your builds, and once you put inside your head, new players, of what ability you're going to focus on, not most frames, it's only like 5 frames in the game that use all abilities, okay? Maybe 4. I'm probably giving it too much credit. But majority of most frames, whenever you're doing long runs or whatever the case is, you're going to focus on 2 abilities. Doesn't matter if you start out using 4 abilities at the start, it's going to wind itself down to going down to 2 abilities unless you're one of the 4 selected frames. All right, so whenever you come up with the build that you want to go with, you're going to be good. You're going to be like, oh my God, guys, I'm out here dropping bodies. Everything's going to be great. And I want you guys to understand where that is coming from, and it starts with the build. Now, another thing that I want to go over is going to be the efficiency with drainage toggle warframes. Okay, that's going to be a little bit different. I went over this like a year, 2 years ago, and trust me, I was a jerk in that video. I was like, these Dollar General bills that y'all got. I was talking about people, but y'all didn't know my personality back then, so y'all thought I was a joke. Y'all didn't know I was trolling. So I'm not gonna say y'all got Dollar General builds anymore, you know, Walmart discount rollback prices builds. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I love you guys. Oh God, I just said it. Now I'm just playing. So let me go ahead and show you guys what's going on. Now, once you're building, toggle warframes is going to be a little bit different. This is going to go for all toggle warframes, like your embers, your chromas, your excals, your blah 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 blah, right? So that's gonna go for everybody. Now what you want to pay attention to is the drain energy per second on the 4th ability of what it is you're going to be dealing with, on what it is that you're going to be building around, if that's the case. Okay, so if you want to build around keeping the 4 up, God, do remember Ember's 4th is it's hot potato garbage right now, but I'm just using her as an example. So as you guys can see, I have 3 energy. That's what it costs at base. Remember, white numbers is the at base numbers, right? Now, what we want to do is actually go through and kind of see the difference on how we actually control the drain per second. What affects it? Because a lot of people feel like it's just efficiency, and it's actually not just efficiency. It actually goes through with duration mods as well. Now, as you guys can see, I put it on. It went from a 3 to a 2.1. Okay. Now, a 2.1 is still a lot of energy, but it's fine. You can handle it depending on the player that you are, which the consensus of what you want to go with is a streamline, okay? So streamline takes it down. Now, we're going to go through, we're going to put in a fleeting. So we're going to drop a fleeting in there, and that puts us at 160 efficiency. We're going to go and test it, go from a 2.1 to a 1.7. That's not too bad. We're working our way down, but we want a little bit better. We want to see what actually triggers it. And what I'm showing you guys is the blueprint on how to understand how to build. Always put mods in, go out and check it to see what affects these things. You see what I'm saying? Now, we put in a little bit of duration to go in. We went down from a 1.7 to a 1.6. That wasn't too much. Now, you might be thinking, like, if that's all duration adds to it, I really don't need duration at all. For some, you might not. Okay, I'm out here helping you guys. You might not. Now, I took it off, and as you can see, I took off the efficiency, and it bumps it up to a 2. Always play around with these mods, guys. Listen, you can go to a YouTuber, and they can show you one thing, but they're not teaching you what it is you should be learning or to understanding the greater concept of the build. Now, let's go ahead and try it a little bit more. Let's put in some more duration. Remember, we're at a 2.0 right now, right? Let's see if we have duration in 2 duration mods and take away the efficiency. Look how far down we have dropped to a 1.13. So as you can see, duration holds a strong point onto builds that is going to help with your efficiency. So if you can mix in your duration mods with your efficiency mods, and you play around with it to where you get your build to your own personal liking, and you can switch out certain mods because it's not needed, you are going to be freaking amazing. Okay, so don't ever think that these mods are staples on builds. I just want to give you guys the blueprint on what it is that you should be figuring out. And I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, because I wanted to go over it to where people can understand what it is that they could be doing. It's a lot of new players, so listen, if you guys make it to the end of this video, your friends need help with a video on how to build, on how to do everything else, share the video, please, and thank you. Give the video a thumbs up if you guys thought it was helpful, if you guys enjoyed it in any way. All right, now, here's the thing. Okay, so listen, guys, now that we got the important stuff out the way, look, I got to clown for a little bit. You guys know how I am. This is why y'all love me, man. I like to clown a lot. So look, my mom's a clown too. So I called my mom. I called her up. I was like, yo, ma, how you doing? What's happening? She was like, I'm chilling. What do you want? What's up? You okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I was trolling. I'm joking with her. And I'm like, yo, I got a new girlfriend now. She's like, you got a girlfriend? I was like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. You know how your son do? I was like, yeah, she all in love with me. She was like, I'm shocked. I said, what do you mean? What you shocked for? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You my son, but you ugly. I said, oh, dang. Woo. Oh, my God. Woo. Woo. Okay. I'm gonna call you back. She's like, all right, let me know if you need anything else. I was like, oh my God. I sat there and I pondered and I was like, who can I take this out on? Now, you guys got to understand, my mom's a troll like me, okay? My mom will troll me all day. It's freaking ridiculous. But when she was like, I'm not going to lie, you my son, but you ugly. I was like, oh, I started buttoning up my shirt. My socks started walking themselves to the closet. I was thinking to myself, what is happening? What is happening? I don't even know what to say, okay? Can we get a press F for respect for Rio in the comment section? Listen, guys, follow me over there on Twitch. We're always having a good time. Shinobi Strikers, I'm always looking for new people to team up with. I need healers all the time, bro. And I need to get Pain Jutsu because it's completely busted, okay? I love you guys. Have a dope day. Please remember, give the video a thumbs up. Remind people in the comment section, yo, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video. We got to help these people out here. We don't want people to be putting vitality on their Soma to increase the bullet damage per second to deal damage to the enemy's health so that they can scale in endgame. Why do I be coming up with this foolishness? I'm sorry. I'm out. Rio, get off the video. I'm leaving now. I love you guys. Take care. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to.